So today I'm going to be talking about how the allegorical themes of Narnia personally overlap and, in my case, strengthen my own views of the world. So the rundown of how this is going to go is first I'm going to talk about the themes in the story and then my own life and then how they intersect or overlap, whichever one you want to use, and how I think that C.S. Lewis did in delivering it to the public. So I put good versus evil and God versus Satan as the first themes, and I guess most important themes of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Now they are the same thing, but you can have good versus evil without it being God versus Satan. In this case, though, it is both. Aslan plays this fatherly in the sense of God, godly Christian figure, while Satan takes the role of the witch, right? Or vice versa, whichever way you want to look at it. And Edmund plays the role of humans and humanity, and he's led to sin by the witch. Through these Turkish delights, he develops this lustful, greed like ambition towards them, which causes this destruction in the world of Narnia. Let me go to these next themes from that though. So forgiveness is or redemption can be seen as the same things as well. Aslan dies for his sins, for Edmund's sins, which is sacrifice, which is the price to pay for his redemption. But this is the exact same way where Jesus Christ in the story of Christianity died on the cross to save humanity from their own sins. So, going into my personal beliefs, I, for one, am a Catholic. But looking at this diagram, I use this to show acceptance. So, Christ will always be accepting of humans. We are very flawed human beings. Turn on the news, you'll definitely see it. But the world is not always accepting of Christ or God. Lately, and it's happened for a very long time throughout the world, but lately there's tends to be a lot of discourse and controversy surrounding multiple different religions, but there's this idea of I can do it myself that's tending to spring up a lot more through atheism and agnosticism, which isn't. I mean, neither of these are terrible things. They're just personal ways of life, and that does not make people bad. But it's this rejection of acceptance of love. Personally, I think that religion's as good as it is, it's going to continue to kind of divide us. It's a difference, and I think that that even adds more to the people that say, "Oh, well, if multiple people don't know what's right, then I'm just going to go with no answer at all." Another reason why I think that people are falling away from religions in today's time is that I don't think that it's being taught necessarily right. I think that if you look at a lot of maybe parents aren't teaching it right or schools aren't teaching it right, but there's this forceful idea behind it, and I don't think that that does a good job. If you look online, you're going to see a lot of preachers preaching to people in harsh ways that don't even necessarily want to be preached to in the first place, and I don't think that it works very well. Honestly, I think that the thing that's going to unite people won't be religion. I think it's going to be something bad. I think it's going to be despair or something goes that everyone goes through together. I personally wasn't alive for this, but my parents have told me that one of the most united times that they've seen America in the modern day was after 9/11. Everybody suffered together. Everybody lost something together. And I think that through that, or at least in America, I'm talking about for America, um, it brings people together. So, talking about how they overlap, my views and Narnia's. So, as I said, I am a Christian, and I completely believe in how Aslan died for Edmund. Jesus died for me, for you, for everybody. It's just my own thought process. I think that seeing it in this way, it's the same story it's a different story, but it's got the same message. And I think that it does a very good job of playing that out over time. It's easy to read. It's not you know this woven thread with all these knots in the middle that you're trying to figure out like some biblical stories are. It's very straightforward, and it kind of increases your understanding of why things happened. So, just for my last point, I'm going to talk about C.S. Lewis. I think he did a very good job of delivering this story. I think that for the time during World War II, when everything is just going wrong, he shows this kind of light at the end of the tunnel. And for the people of that time, it's very important. And for the children at that time, to read about this character, they don't have to go through church or something like that, but they still have this idea of this message, I guess, of love and redemption from this godly or non-human creature, which we have designated as Aslan or God. It still gives them what they kind of, I'm not going to say need, but what can help them to get through this is that a lot of people are saved by faith, and I think that definitely adds to this. Especially, I mean, even looking today, um, children's minds don't really change very often, and even though that it's not these tales of friendly lions and magic and fairy tales and knights in shining armor, it's still alluding to these same ideas where they get this, I would say, interchangeable idea of they can play the characters. Excuse me, I just clicked the wrong tab on accident. They can be the characters, and I think that very much adds to the overall message that he was trying to deliver. That's all I have for today. Thank you.